Do you want to make a bunch of money just by sending some emails to people that check the product on your website? That is what we're going to be doing today, and the best part is you can get this rolling today. Browse abandoned flow. This is such an important flow, but still, I see so many accounts without this setup. As usual, we'll be going over the purpose of the flow, the full flow structure, so you can just copy the structure, and a one-by-one email explanation with examples so you can replicate these examples. So you're not just going to leave this video with a ton of tips, you're going to live with templates for you to copy and replicate to your business, okay? You will have the full structure of the flow for you to replicate, and also email by email for you to just copy, okay? Purpose of this flow. This starts as a reminder. We want to get people back shopping as soon as we can, as simple as that, just like in the abandoned cart and the checkout abandoned flow. Then we want to fight any objections by giving information and by giving proof, like reviews. We also want to increase urgency on our buyers, reduce any friction that might exist, and towards the end of the flow, we want to go for the hard sell for some of the people only. Full flow structure. So the trigger is viewed product, and the email one, as we mentioned before, we start with a reminder. We want to just ask people if they forgot about something, if they left something behind. Then we have a split based on product, just so we can personalize email 2 and email 3 according with the product that people viewed. For email 2, we want to show testimonials. For email 3, we want to give product details. Then both paths merge again for email 4, and in email 4 we want to reduce friction and we want to increase urgency. Then we have another split. This time the split is based on when people purchased last time, so in this case is the last 60 days. So people that bought in the last 60 days will go left, and people who didn't will go right. For people who did purchase in the last 60 days, we will give them a personal check-in from the founder, just asking if everything is okay, if they need any help. And for people who didn't purchase in the last 60 days, once they have way more chances of becoming a non-engaged segment, we will have a more aggressive approach. So we'll give them a flash sale. Then for email 6, we will give them a last call warning for the flash sale. And for email 7 to finish, we'll give them a personal last call from the founder or from someone that you feel like is more suited. Email 1. Email 1 is very important. That is a common thing across any flows. The first emails are always the most important ones because you have higher chances of converting someone. First, we start as a reminder. We want to have a top section that is totally driven towards conversions. We want to give a simple message. We want to give a clear CTA that stands out. And as you can see here, going camping soon. We have saved your cart because in this case, the example is for a cart abandon and or a checkout abandon, but I think is very suited for this first email as well. As I told you, these flows are very similar, so you can use this as an example. We also want to show the product like you see here. In this case, this is a add to cart summary. On our case, we will just show a picture of the product that people viewed before. And as a note, you might want to consider adding the CTA before the product, okay? Because if you want to add an image and it's not like this one, it's bigger, you want to consider putting the add to cart before. And why is that? As you can see here as a warning, keep in mind, keep CTA above fold. That is why we want to put the CTA before the image, because we want to make it above the fold. You might think that having the CTA button right here is enough for people not having to scroll down when they open the email, but that is not true, because if you open your email account on your phone, you'll find that on the top you have a bunch of stuff from Gmail or from Outlook, okay? So your email doesn't start at the top of your screen, it starts almost in the middle. So this would not show up and would require people to scroll down when we don't want that. We also don't want to spread customers' attention. As I said, we just want them to click and go back shopping as soon as possible. We just want this email to be a reminder, and that's it. Only add extra information if there's a purpose, once again. And for example, in this case here, if we're talking about a very passionate niche, you might want to appeal to their emotions. Or if you have a more common product, you might want to go with something more towards trust, showing reviews, showing ratings, but something very simple, okay? Email 2. This is a testimonials email, and in this one, we want to fight objections, but in a tailored way. We want to give reviews, or we want to focus on a perfect review, a 10 out of 10 review, and then explore around it, give more details around that main review. We also want to add information through the reviews or through graphics. We don't want to add a bunch of text just giving more details, so just stick to visual things. And we also want to pre-frame. We want to make them feel like they have to like it because everyone else does, and they want to fit in, so they will like it as well. Now email 3. Email 3 is a product details email. So once again, we want to fight objections in a tailored way. This time we're going to explore why to choose your product, why your brand, why at this moment, why now. We also want to show them that this is 1 in a million opportunity, 1 in a million product, and we are going to do that by showcasing benefits and by giving product details. As you can see, this email, I've used this before in other flows as an example, and this one is very good. And just one note about CTAs. The main one, you should focus on stating something as go back shopping or shop now. But if your product is more complex and if you have blog posts, you can always use CTAs like read more. You don't need to go with shop now every time. Just if you use this as an example, don't forget about this, okay? We're missing a CTA up here. Email 4. In this email, we want to remove any friction that might exist, okay? We want to mention a guarantee, as we can see here, our worry-free guarantee. And then they give some more details around the guarantee and free returns, blah, blah, and then a CTA button down here as well. So we want to mention guarantee. We want to mention some certification your product might have, mention free shippings. If you have a free shipping at a certain level, answer frequently asked questions, because that's a way of addressing some objections that your clients might have. We also want to add urgency, so we want to mention low stock. We want to mention if this is a limited edition product, or if you're thinking about raising the prices later on, you want to also mention it here. And as a warning, in heavy emails in terms of info, we want to keep it short, we want to make it skimmable, and we want to add more than one CTA through the email. Email 5. This is email 5 version 1 because this is after the split that we mentioned before, and this one is for people who bought in the last 60 days. This is a personal check-in from the founder, as you can see here, and in the first and second paragraph, we want to give a personal check-in, make them feel valued, and offer our help, okay? Hi customer, just wanted to reach out and personally check in. I noticed you recently stopped by our site, so I just wanted to see if there's anything we can help you or any questions you might have. Whether you're just curious about product details, looking for recommendations, or just have a question, feel free to reach out. We're here to help. And third paragraph, you want to thank and you want to show that they bought in the past, so that we give more credibility to our message, okay? It makes more sense for you to give a personal message if you show that they bought before. That gives a purpose to your message and make it sound way more real. Thank you for being a part of brand. We're grateful for your support and would love the chance to serve you again. Email 5 version 2. This one, as I said before, is for the non-buyers in the last 60 days. And with these non-buyers, we want to have a more aggressive approach. We're going for the hard sell. That is why we're giving them the flash sale, because they're less likely to convert in the future and they have a way higher likelihood of becoming part of an unengaged segment, okay? and then they'll just stop receiving our emails because we're not sending emails to unengaged people. We also want to focus on conversion, so we want to have a killer top section, a very simple message, and we also want to have a personalized and visible discount code. And I would say that this is the best way to structure a discount code. It's easy to remember and it still sounds personal, okay? We also want to have a big CTA button with strong colors and a CTA above the fold once again. We also want to remove friction, so we want to mention once again a guarantee, free returns, free shipping if that's the case, and here a maybe not. And the maybe not is here for showing similar products. If we're going to show similar products, we want to make sure it is super tailored towards the main one, and in terms of splitting everything and making the suggested products tailored to the main one, that would create a very complex flow. And for example, in this email here, once again, we're seeing an email from an abandoned cart or an abandoned checkout flow. So in this case, maybe because all their products are very, very, very similar. So I can see a reason behind it. But as I said, this is a very complex thing and it's more dangerous because you're spreading your customers across many options, okay? So as a warning, once again, don't spread your customers' attention across too much stuff. Yeah. And keep the main purpose in mind, shop the flash sale. That is our main purpose, so we just want them to come here, grab the discount, and complete the purchase. Email 6. Email 6 is a last call email, so we want to focus on conversion and building FOMO. We want to bring up the flash sale, and we want to make it in the hero section. We want to make the hero section very, very simple, and other than that, we just want to, once again, maybe remove the frictions by adding, mentioning guarantee, by mentioning, once again, free returns, free shipping. And as a warning, the warning is pretty much the same as the last one. And now to finish, email 7. Here we have a personal last call from the founder. So first and second paragraph is a personal reminder, and we want to make them feel valued once again. So, dear customer, I wanted to personally reach out to remind you about your flash discount. We'd love to know you chose brand for X, Y, and Z, and we want to make your experience with us a special one. Third paragraph, here we have the last call, and you want to make it really the last call. You want to make that clear, okay? This is the last call before your discount expires, is our little way of saying we'd be thrilled to have you try us out. And then obviously we want to focus on conversions. We want to give the code and we want to give the product page link to make it easier for them. So here is the code, shop your pick at X% off here. See you on the other side. So as simple as that. And just before you go, if you want to add 50K to 250K to your MRR in the next 60 days, I would like to offer you a free audit of your Klaviyo account. I have a video here, kind of cringe, where I explain everything. And here you have our calendar and you can book a call. This document will be available in the description. So I hope you like it and I see you next time.